We spend a lot of time talking about time, how long something goes on, how long it takes to get something done, when something happens, and so on. In this video, let's focus on four contexts: how long it takes to get something done, to complete something, how long an action goes on when you're not concerned about whether it's complete or not, how to express an action that follows some period of time, and lastly, talking about a period of time after an action. To do this, we'll need some prepositions: za, через, na, and there will be one context where we don't need a preposition. Let's start with talking about how long it takes to get something done. Она прочитала «Войну и мир» за неделю. Мы доехали до Москвы за 2 часа. Эмиль Крепс выучил армянский за 9 недель. We're using the preposition za with the accusative case, за неделю. But you'll notice that if we have a number, then the usual rules for nouns after numbers apply. Genitive singular after два, and genitive plural after девять. It's common to use perfective verbs here, since za expresses how long it takes to get something done, to complete something. But what if we don't know or care about whether the action was completed? Мы ехали всю ночь. Они спали 2 часа. Я жил в Москве 5 лет. In these examples, we're not talking about anything being completed, just how long the action went on, so we're using imperfective verbs. English speakers, be careful in this context. We often use for in English, but don't be tempted to translate that literally with для or за. For this meaning in Russian, we don't use any preposition at all, just the accusative case, as in всю ночь, unless, of course, we need the genitive because of a number, as in 2 часа 5 лет. Sometimes we mention an action that follows a period of time. Через неделю мы будем в России. Оля уезжает через 2 дня. Они придут через 10 минут. Here we're using через with the accusative, although, of course, nouns after numbers follow the usual rules. English speakers, be careful here too. In English, we use in not just for this context, but also for expressing how long it takes to get something done. She read War and Peace in a week. But these are very different situations, so Russian sensibly uses different prepositions. Через when the action follows a time period, and за for the time to complete an action. Let's finish with one more option, talking about a time period that follows an action. Мы едем в Иркутск на лето. Она уехала на всю жизнь. Лучше брать машину на неделю, чем на 6 дней. This time we're using на with the accusative, на лето, на всю жизнь. Although again rules about numbers take precedence, so we do say на 6 дней with the genitive plural after шесть. This context is common when talking about going somewhere with the intention of staying a certain amount of time, or renting or borrowing something for a certain period. And there's one more cautionary note for English speakers. We use for in this context too, just as we often do for talking about duration. But if we're talking about a time period that follows an action, the summer, your whole life, a week, or 6 days, then we'll use na in Russian. Summing up, you probably already know that prepositions often don't translate directly from one language to another, and these time expressions are a great example. So whatever prepositions your native language does or doesn't use, be sure to associate these Russian prepositions with these contexts. За with the accusative expresses how long it takes to get something done. The accusative alone expresses how long an action goes on, with no concern for completion. Через with the accusative expresses an action that follows a period of time. На with the accusative expresses a time period after an action. And in all of these contexts, remember the rules about nouns after numbers. Genitive singular after 2, 2, 3, 4, and genitive plural after 5 through 20.